All right, that is Sarko DF Castro for you, Baba God. Yeah, Baba be too much. In fact, now don't know your here. Without God, and can you be there? Yeah, you're still watching Healthy Money right here on HSTV. If you just tune in, this is the Stay Alive segment, yeah, with me, Shadrach Abbey and Savara Aiden. Yeah, she calls it her name Aiden. Aiden. All right. And so today we're talking about spinal deformity. Spinal deformity. You know that the body is very essential, and the spine plays a major role in our movement, in our walks, in our sitting, in everything you do. The spine plays a major role. But right from birth, if it is not handled well, you end up deforming the spine, and it will actually make your life very difficult. And so this is very important for us to discuss. Today, we have Dr. Elvis Asari. He's a physiotherapist. He's a friend of the station. He's just here. We're going to talk more about spinal deformities. And so, yes, let's dive in. We are also streaming live on YouTube, HSTV Live GH. Please go there. If you're stepping out, go there. Stream, follow us, and ask your questions. The show is very interactive as well. And so, we'll open the phone lines. You begin to ask your questions. Anything that bothers in your mind, just ask us. He's the right person for this conversation. Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Elvis Asari.
Hey, this one is too official.
Ah.
It's too official.
Yeah. Brony. Today we have Brony in the building. All right. Savara, the outfit, you are always in African print. You find a way to blend. The colors.
Really?
How do you do it?
I don't. Well, I mean, they are one of few ideas I have, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be like, oh, I believe in your designs. But when I say I believe in your designs, sometimes I think they overdo it. They will put like buttons. I'm like, no. I want it simple, very simple. So
it looks good on you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because we have Brony in the building.
Oh. All right, great. So, Dr. Elvis, as we stated earlier, has been a friend to the family, and also the station. We've seen him severally. We've had so many interviews with him, you know, from previous presenters till now. And now our presenter gets, the producer here gets the opportunity to even interview him as well. But many would like to know who Dr. Elvis is. Definitely, we see him turn people's neck and then their bags and everything. But yes, today we'd like to do a little bit of profiling for him. But we are not going to do it. He's going to do it himself. Dr. Elvis, tell us a little bit about yourself.
It's official thing.
So, where did you grow up? Where were you born? Are you even a Ghanaian?
Okay, so... And where do I even start?
Yes, we start from whether you were born in Ghana or you are a Ghanaian or not. I just want to get that aspect. I will start from there.
Okay, so yes, I am a Ghanaian. I'm Ghanaian.
Okay.
I'm Ghanaian. My dad is a Ghanaian. He's from the Eastern region.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, he's from Enum.
Okay.
Yes. But I wasn't born in Ghana.
Okay.
I was born in Moscow, Russia. The cold country, yes. But I came to Ghana, should I say in the 90s?
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was during, if I should say, JJ.
Yeah, JJ.
Yes.
JJ Rollins.
Yeah, then after JJ was School 4, right?
Yeah.
So that was it. So
oh, I see.
yes, I came here in the 90s, went to school here in Ghana. Let's just say that.
You went to school, basic school? Which school did you attend?
If I tell you, I've changed about 13 schools. So
In Ghana? In your primary level?
Yeah, well, yeah, because, you know, because I was a bit smaller, and my seniors like to bully me, so I always got into fights. That's why I got to change 13 schools.
Wow.
Yeah, and my mom will always make fun of me. Very soon you can do a museum. You have each uniform placed on your wall. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because I mean, I used to be more of the, you know, calm. I used to get bullied a lot until one day, I think they're like, I have to stand up for myself. And I think that day when I stood up for myself, I got into trouble. I was at the headmaster's office and the whole, but eventually it was still my fault. Yes, so yeah. But I went to Christian home school.
Christian home school.
I went to Step by Step. I went to Udari. Where else?
Schools in the Dawson.
Day Spring.
Day Spring.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all in Dansuma.
Oh, okay.
Where else did I go? There's so many
And
schools.
the others, 13, you can't
I
remember.
won't remember, but
13 schools.
yeah.
So say, so at what point did you start school in Ghana? Is it primary?
I started very late.
Class 6 or class 5 or primary 4?
I would say primary 4.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I started very young.
Okay.
I started very young, so yeah, but I went through all the, every Wednesday the worship, and I was,
What was your favorite worship song then?
me, I'm
Okay,
like,
no, not at all.
what I didn't like it.
You didn't like the Wednesday worship, eh?
Oh Lord, I always came late for that day. I know Wednesday was worship. Me, I'll come late. As soon as it's around, maybe I know they'll close around 10. So that's when I start to come. Because
You were not that church boy,
I won't lie. Let me not lie. I'm not a church person.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And so right from primary, you did your senior high in
Senior
Ghana.
high school.
So the senior high. So I was supposed to go to senior high in Ghana, but a lot of my colleagues
Okay.
would be in senior high, and I think I would say during those times was a peak of if you have a family, you can go to the States, you can start your family. I think it was that peak, and the ones, my colleagues who were my seniors, who went to SHS, when their family got to go to Canada or the States, they had to go back to high school.
Okay.
So you might complete. I think it was a time where they cancelled SHS 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was
So
in
from 4 years
2013.
to 3 years.
3 years.
Okay,
I remember that
okay.
very well when they announced they cancelled SHS 4. So now it will be only
3
SHS.
years. Yeah.
Yes. So
And
that's
so
what.
it wasn't meeting the standard of the international schools.
Good,
Okay.
yes. So that's what, because I had friends that will go to SHS. When they get to the States or Canada, they will have to go back to that high school. So I got as I was in the process of going to senior high school here, I got the opportunity to travel.
Okay.
So I used that application to apply so that I can be part of the system.
Okay.
So I started my high school in
In
Canada.
Canada. Okay.
As soon as I graduated, and in Canada the lifestyle is a bit different than here. In Canada, it's like here you must have a certain degree to get a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over there, it's like you finish high school, you can be a manager of a supermarket. When I say supermarket, as in like for example, a biggest supermarket in Accra is ShopRite, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
imagine.
Okay,
The thing is that I really didn't understand that you graduating from high school, you can be a manager of so and so.
Yeah.
Because the lifestyle is a little bit different there. It's because at the age of 16, 17, you are building up your portfolio, your work experience. So by the time, but the thing is that I don't call jobs. For example, the jobs, when we say jobs, like maybe you're a banker, this are called jobs.
Okay.
But over there, to flip burgers and mopping and being a cashier or managerial, I mean, obviously people go to school for management and all, but I'm trying to say that you not having a degree or certificate, nothing shows, just your work experience.
Okay.
The skill, the knowledge. is
Exactly.
what pays and not necessarily the certificate.
Exactly.
Oh, I
So
see.
when I finished senior high school, then only a few continued school. So I remember my friends laughing at me that, oh, I'm still continuing school. It got to a point that maybe I was like, maybe I should just stop and start working too.
Okay.
But my dad was very hard on me.
Wow.
So I that's when, but I was working.
Okay.
I was working in a restaurant.
When you were in senior high?
When I completed.
Okay. Okay.
I was working in a restaurant as a waiter, as a bartender. And I will work at night and I will come to lectures in the morning.
Oh, okay.
But I will probably half asleep because
That was in the States or here in Ghana?
no, in
Canada.
In Canada, yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll be doing. I was working as a bartender. So I did that throughout my whole college, university. That's what I was doing. So, but it wasn't easy.
So at what point did you start anyway, before I come to that,
Yeah.
What's your favorite food in Ghana?
Oh, me.
Watch
TZ.
it.
TZ.
Oh, watch it. Watch it too.
Watch it too, right?
So
I'm
if
sure
you- if you
after
go-
this I'll go and buy
So
watch it.
if you go and a person do not understand English, how do you speak your tree? What can you say?
Kaka kaka.
And so, oh, mommy.
When patron watch it. If you watching the 5 CDs, because you're back Willie menu.
You like really?
That's what I think Willie is the decoration for watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To make it nice, you know.
Yeah, then your egg.
Egg on the side, you know, and your shito. And I remember when I came to Ghana, as soon as I came to Ghana at the airport, I think the first thing I did was to go and buy kenke, fish, pepper, and the following day, oh, my stomach.
Because of the pepper, you know, you can't just. You can't just switch
I
like
think the first week I was just
you were down.
kenke. Because I've not had it for so many years, and as soon as I got to Ghana, I was just munching on kenke, kelewele. I know I'll go to Winnie, but I know I'm going to buy trophy. I don't care.
That's the one at the roadside. You see,
Yeah.
a lot of people that they chase the car.
Yes, I will.
Anytime I move through that stretch there, I buy it.
Yeah, you can't just say you won't buy it. You're like,
Almost saying, yeah, but you're
I know.
at least once a while.
Yeah, I know that. I came to Ghana. They watch it. I think as soon as I went to explore everywhere where I can buy food, so that was it. But as I was saying, I was working as a bartender and studying.
Okay.
So yeah, but as soon as I finished college, uni, for that, I started working, and we have something called 1,000 hours.
Okay.
So you're supposed to work under 1,000 hours working experience. So it's just like national service or yes. And your 1,000 hours, you are managing yourself how you want to time it. It can be a whole year. Some people will finish within 3 months and be free. Some will take a year. Some might take 6 months, 4 months, whichever way you want it. I know I was working at the clinic 10 hours every day.
Okay. So that is when you are working at the clinic. So at uni, what program did you read? What program?
I did physiotherapy.
Physiotherapy.
Yeah,
For how many years? Was it 2 years?
So physiotherapy. Okay, here's the thing. They have a course. They have 2 options. So physiotherapy, we have 5 years, which is regular.
Okay.
Then we have fast track, that is 3 years.
Okay.
Okay, so the 5 years, that means that I took the fast track is because the 5 years, why it says 5 years, because regular, so that means you have your regular, you have your holidays, you have, so that what makes it 5 years.
Okay.
But when you take out the holidays, it is 3 years.
So you decided not to do the holidays, but go hard on the studies.
And I won't lie, it's the most difficult thing I've ever experienced because while others were on holidays, I'm going to school. So the only holiday we had was at the end of the year, which was 4 days holiday, and we come back on the 5th of January.
Well, what actually influenced your choice of profession? One would like to know.
Yeah.
Because
When it comes to career, I had very difficult time picking up careers because first I wanted to be a police officer over there.
Oh.
Yes, so I was ready to go and do the obstacle course and all that stuff. Then I wanted to be a firefighter, but they said I have to volunteer for 10 years. I swear to you.
wow.
I had to volunteer
in
for
Canada.
Yes.
Volunteer for 10 years.
Yes, before.
So
I have to volunteer, like as in I have to volunteer into the fire department for 10 years.
Hey. But they will give you stipend.
Like my whole problem was that me volunteering for 10 years
is something else.
for 10 years. Who's going to feed me? Who's going to? So that was the problem. Then the police officer was that you start from cadet. From cadet you climb your way upwards and the whole lot. That is also another thing that before you get accepted to the police force, the community you are living in have to have a good word about you.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
They can't just pick anyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they will get to a time, you register, you get to a time, that's where the community will. So basically, let's just say that you're supposed to do, I call it God's work or deeds, save a cat on the tree, help old lady to cross the road, that kind of thing. So basically, all I'm trying to say, it's something that you have to work for free before you get accepted to.
Wow.
Yes, so that was another thing you had to do, and a lot. I remember they had these things coming to our high school. So, but it's like you can drop out of high school and join the cadet force.
Oh, I see.
But the thing is that with the cadet force, you are locked in. You are locked in. So, if we should look at the year, maybe 2012. 2012, they say your salary would. I remember there was mention the salary for a cadet, just a normal cadet, was 18,000 US.
Okay.
So look, if we
Canadian dollars.
Yes. So if you compare the rating before, I mean.
So at what point did you realize that I don't want to be a police officer again? I don't want
it
to
was
be
by
a
accident.
officer, but I want to be a physiotherapist.
It was actually by accident. There was something called a guidance career counselor.
Okay.
So he would ask you questions you like to do, what to do, and a whole lot of things. And believe it or not, the police officer came back again in the category of careers. So we call it career counseling officer. So they ask you questions. Now the college I went to, that's what they do, so you don't pick the wrong course. So you might say I want to do IT, so they would interview you
to see whether you are fit for the IT.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they gave me a whole list of career, and I'm supposed to spend each 1 week.
Okay.
So that's how come the physiotherapy, I did not know anything personally about it. I have seen it when I was going to the gym. So when I saw this personal trainer, I asked him if I can be under his wing for just 1 week, just to see how to go about it. And I was like, okay, let me give it a try. And I remember that I applied to all. I was supposed to, under the career too, was supposed to be an oil engineer too. So I applied to all the applications. And I said, whichever comes first,
You'll go.
we'll go. So which the physiotherapy came first, and I went for it.
And so when you went for it, how has the experience been by way of taking care of people? Because I have seen your works.
Yeah.
I follow you a lot. I've worked with you for some time. And I feel like you love what you are doing because you are saving a lot of lives.
Yes. I'm happy that I'm able to bring people back to their feet, able to, they're able to be mobile and a whole lot of things. So I'm happy that I'm able to bring somebody back to their feet. That's the most important thing. I enjoy seeing. Yes. So but with this, my job is a lot of practice, because here's another life experience. When I came to Ghana, I needed practice, and this is why sometimes when people come to me, oh, how do you do this, how do you do that, I don't get encouraged to teach people that. The reason being that is because I do remember very well that I came with I had no car. Believe it or not, I took Trotsky. So people who don't believe, people, when I tell people that I took Trotsky, people find it very difficult to believe. So yes, the camera is here, and I'll tell you that I took Trotsky. Yes, and I remember coming to a clinic. I was in the process of getting my license, doing this and that. It was a whole struggle. It was a whole struggle thing for me. And I remember when I finally got my license and everything, I asked somebody to, he was also a physiotherapist, and I asked him, oh, if he can I just want to have practice, hands-on, like with acupuncture and all that stuff, because it's been a while. I just want to practice, or at least some sort of. He said no. He said no. I said, okay, no problem. So to this very day, after saying no, but you see, this is how life is very funny, is because the same person who says no to you is the same person that will call you, hey, I would love to work with you, la la la.
You're a professional.
Yes, and and that same person I am talking about was the same person saying all kinds of things. And the hustle I had to get my license, if you only knew, it wasn't easy. Because I like I said, it got to a point that I said, I will sleep here until I get my license. And when I got my license, it was a piece of plastic. And I said, so I've been waiting for this piece of plastic, because I just wanted this license to just to have it, so that in case anybody comes, I'm like, I have my license. Yes.
So for how long have you been doing this, both abroad and Ghana? Can you put some years to that?
If it is Ghana, so let's say if it is Ghana, since 2015.
Wow, that's a long time. Wow. So viewers, yes, indeed, we are talking to the right person.
Exactly.
Since 2015,
yes, we are talking to the right
then if
person.
it is abroad, we're looking at around 5 years.
Yeah, so since 2015 and 5 years, we have the right person in the studio. Yes, so today we're going to discuss spinal deformity. We just had a brief profile of him to know who exactly we are dealing with. Yeah. And we know that he's a professional, so anything he tells you
is authentic.
Yes, it's very authentic, and he knows what he's saying.
Exactly.
And so, since you are a professional physiotherapist, you are the right person. A licensed one, of course. Now, how important is the spine to the whole part of the body?
Very, very, very important. Spine is something that's very delicate, very important. Assuming you fall down from first floor, second floor, and you land on your back, it is bad.
Yeah.
Yesterday, this happened yesterday at La Paz.
Okay.
I was trying to get, La Paz, La Paz, there you find everything there. So, obviously La Paz, it's very difficult to park. So I parked at the Goa filling station, and I decided, let me walk and cross. As I'm about to cross the road, a taxi driver hits a motorbike right in front of me. And he goes up and drops down on his back. So as he gets up so quickly, so why I'm giving this example is that as he goes up and drops down on his back, he doesn't feel the pain.
Okay.
But within 3 seconds to 4, he's already in shock. Okay, and his leg starts to give up.
Okay.
So now the impact of it is that the taxi driver that hit the biker, the glass, the windshield is off, the headlight is gone somewhere. But imagine if he was in a top speed. This is not even top speed. This is so what I'm saying, that he went up and he landed straight on his back. As he gets up quickly, his leg starts to numb. So that's a shock. So I'm just putting, I haven't examined him, I don't know, but I'm just putting the possibilities that on the spine we have certain spikes on it.
Okay.
Those spikes, when assuming it breaks, it is a huge shock to the whole system. It's like your body freezes. So that's where a lot of people have such accidents, and that's where we have this topic called spinal deformity.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So there are some certain little damages which will cause the spine to be deformed, and as this person goes up and down and lands onto the hard surface, those little spikes, for all you know, there could be a little tiny fracture that cannot be noticed, but it will heal. As it heals, maybe as the spine is cracked, maybe it's like this. This is how the spine is supposed to be.
Okay.
But
I
it
think we have some
cracks.
pictures on the
It
screen
cracks,
also.
and it maybe it's like this. Imagine that spine is always going to be applying some sort of pressure to the muscle, to the nerve, anything. So it's most likely that you get to have spinal deformity. How is it that? Is because your your muscle might get swollen. That you see one part to be bigger than the other. When we put under spinal deformity, the types, we have scoliosis,
Yeah.
kyphotic,
Okay.
spinal fracture, and the bulging disc.
Okay.
So those under that is a spinal deformity. If you notice in our elders, especially when the person is very tall, they get to a certain age, they're like this. You ask them to stand up, they can't.
Okay.
Or they can't chest out.
Okay.
Another spinal deformity is when your chest, you know, in movies, you see how your chest is flat?
Yeah.
Yours is flat too. Imagine it's inwards.
Okay.
So this is the
So like the one we have on the screen. So we have the normal, we have the
okay. So this is the spine. Okay, so we have the spine. It's spinal deformity. So
Yeah.
so when we talk
The
about
types.
we have different types. So on the far, is it far right? Left.
Left.
Left. The far left is the normal spine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now when we go to the far right, now these are the list of spinal deformity. Okay.
Okay.
So I think the first one, it looks like it's scoliosis.
Okay.
Then we have lumbar lordosis. So when we talk about lumbar lordosis, we are looking at the lower side where it's so curved from your lower back to the tailbone. So your hip protrudes out.
Okay.
Okay.
And people like that will have it difficult to stand up because the discs are crashing on each other.
Okay.
They are crashing on each other. So it's something like a pinched nerve.
Okay.
If you can imagine an obese patient or a man who has a pot belly, the pot belly is outwards. So gravity is going to pull it down.
Okay.
So assuming the stomach is out like this, so you see the hip always in this position all the time. And if you know anybody obese or has a pot belly, you would always hear them complaining of their pain, waist pain.
Oh, so if you're a man and you have pot belly,
Yeah.
there's a likelihood that you have
Yeah,
waist
you're
pain.
gonna have waist pain.
Like
It's
the
because
pregnant women.
exactly,
Exactly.
because the weight of the stomach, gravity is gonna pull you down. Okay, anything that is heavy must come down.
Yeah.
Imagine you like beer. So why do men have pot belly? The simple explanation is the internal inflammation.
Okay.
kidney, liver,
Okay.
they all get inflamed. They become big. They are not the normal size. So if we take somebody who has a pot belly, likes drinking beer, or has a history of beer, you will know that internally, the liver, the kidney, and a whole lot that is supposed to be is bloated. That's why the stomach protrudes out.
Okay.
So when the stomach is protrude out like a lady or women that are pregnant, women will always complain about waist pain, back pain, because of the weight of the stomach. Same thing with a man. Now the man is always going to have that waist pain because one, either the butt muscle becomes very weak.
Okay.
Two, the way we sit, because the stomach is big. He's probably he will probably be sitting like this because the stomach is always going to be in a way, or probably leaning back this way all the time. So which will cause unexplainable pain.
Okay.
If you know you have a sitting job like driving, bankers, that category of sitting jobs, they always tend to have a problem getting up.
Okay.
I have a patient that finds it so difficult to get up that the only motivation he will be able to get up is from his bed to the washroom and come back. That is it.
Okay.
If he wants to move, he has to hold the wall
Because of pain?
because of lack of mobility.
And so it means that if you have a problem with your spine,
Yeah.
Yes,
you will have mobility issues.
of course.
Definitely.
So,
But I would like to find out, aside accidents, which we know that can also be a form of cause to spinal deformity, what other basic or common causes can there be attributed to spinal deformity?
For car accidents.
Yeah, I mean aside accidents, which are very common causes of spinal deformity.
Okay, other spinal deformity is also at birth.
Okay.
When a woman is giving birth, because she cringes herself to push a baby out and everything, the compression of two discs ends up crushing each other. So you see them arching their back all the time, then resulting afterwards.
Okay.
If you've noticed that anybody who has experienced a lady giving birth, after she's given birth, they tend to have this dramatic pain on their lower back. Sometimes we try to, due to so much pain, I'm not going to mention the medicine, but we do give an injection to the lower waist so you're not able to feel pain. So that you push the baby out. After is also another side effect to it, to ladies.
Wow.
Another spinal deformity is also comes to babies. When a lady is pregnant and the baby doesn't have a full formation of a spine, there are babies that come out without a full formation of the spine. So in all, they come out not mobile.
Oh, okay.
So that's where, but okay, so what I want to say is this, that here in Ghana we don't have, with such children, it takes a lot. When I say they are born without mobility, but as time goes on, the mobility will come
Naturally.
naturally, yes. But a lot of parents do get frustrated. Okay, it is something that has to be a continuous thing. I think as parents, I feel the consistent is always been a problem.
Okay.
So there's if you've noticed that there are some babies, they can't even hold their neck. They can't hold themselves. They end up falling down. So it's a lot of work that needs to be done. It's a consistent treatment that needs to be done. So and when you tell a parent that this is a continuous treatment, they get worried. They get into shock. You know, that kind of like, how come this, that. So with spinal deformity, there are so many ways. For example, if a lady is smoking, you know, if a lady is drinking, you know that during your pregnancy, obviously you're supposed to avoid certain, and we do have careless people like that, which will still smoke, drink, do all things, and this can lead to a spinal deformity or other abnormal deformities.
Okay.
Not just spinal deformity, but other, the child might even come out.
So many complications.
Exactly, yes.
So aside having a child right from birth having that kind of deformity, sometimes you have a child that is okay, the child is all right. But what are the lifestyle habits that parents, teachers, colleagues, and other people adopt? A typical example is you have a child, the child is okay, the child gets to the school and the teacher comes, 1 + 1. That's you at your back.
Okay, that's good. It's a good example.
What are some of these lifestyles that we adopt that actually causes
okay, so
so
like I said, remember I said in this portfolio thing, I said that I used to get bullied a lot. So what you just said about what is 1 + 1, you say 3, you end up saying 3, then papa.
So I give it to you.
Exactly.
At the back.
Exactly. You see, there are certain things you need to avoid. For example, there's the back of your head here, we call it the occipital lobe.
Okay.
If you remember, I remember how teachers used to beat us with cane over our head and all that. Do you know that if you should fall down on the side of your back, if you've noticed anybody who has injuries like that, all of a sudden the occipital lobe, if you hit it, it really does affect your eye function. The occipital lobe is just at the back here, which it's your eyesight and everything. So if you notice that every time you hit somebody on the head of the back, it
affects the eye.
You tend to
blackout,
or you start to squeeze your eyes. You start to squeeze your eyes, and imagine this repetition goes on over and over. Same thing with teachers when they end up lashing their back and all. The impact of the cane or whatever can result to bad damages to the spine.
Okay.
I think there was some time ago where a teacher lashed a student. I think the guy just went into shock.
At the back.
Yes. Not knowing that he had a saw, and the cane went through directly to the saw.
Wow.
And he just collapsed. Passed out just like that. So that's why I say the spine is very delicate, because even when you're going for surgery, the amount that is being spent is the more time is being opened, the spine, the more risk involved.
Okay.
Here are cases with spinal deformity. Here are cases where for a spinal deformity, maybe you want to straighten your spine. Obviously, they'll cut open, put let me in simple terms, a metal rod, my screw, then close it in. You're going to be bedridden for, depending on how bad your spinal deformity is. You're going to be bedridden for weeks. So my colleague that I used to work with, she had scoliosis. And that in a way when she stands, it's like this. So she took the risk and did a surgery. Yes. But she was bedridden for 4 weeks.
Wow.
Yes. And then that because we used to work, we were working in the same clinic. We were working in the same clinic. So the 4 weeks, so that's where she will have to come for physiotherapy. That's where I have to teach her how to walk. It's basically like a baby. We have this parallel bar, then she has to walk, then she'll fall down, we lift her up, it's a lot of work. And then with this, you will have to buy a special brace that will keep you upright.
Oh.
Yes. So that belt, you are supposed to be wearing it religiously.
Wow.
Talking about treatment, I think
Wow.
per the surgery and everything, you were actually giving us the types or differences of the spinal deformity. Let's look at the treatment here in Ghana alone.
Yes.
Let's not even go
Okay,
outside
no
the
problem.
country because I know that one is way different from Ghana here. How do you treat such cases?
Okay, so it all depends on how bad the situation is. Okay, there are certain situations that are beyond. Sometimes it's like you know how to go about this treatment, but the person has to go through this first before coming to see me.
Okay.
Yes, so it all depends on how bad the situation. If it's not that bad, it can be corrected.
Okay.
But if it is so bad, obviously the person will have to go through surgery.
Okay.
Okay, surgery. Spinal surgeries are done here. The only thing is, I always tell patients that if you're going to go for such thing, make sure you know well about the surgeon,
Okay.
how good he is. Ask questions.
Okay.
I feel a lot of patients don't ask necessary questions because just because the person is a doctor. And we also have this perception that I am a doctor.
Okay.
Here you go. So ask necessary questions that bothers you, that okay, if I do this, what are the possibilities?
Yeah.
Would I be able to? But again, a lot of people do believe that just because they say go and do surgery doesn't mean go and do it.
Okay.
Do your own research as a patient,
Okay.
because some people, when you tell them that go and do a surgery, they just go and do it. You get me? But later, after finding out that they are not able to walk with a spinal surgery, it is the most delicate thing you will have to deal with, is because you will have to. Your chances of mobility and survival is like between 50-50. It's like your life is in the hands of this person and you. So it's spinal surgery again is a very delicate thing. It's a 50-50 that there are chances where you will be able to walk again, and there are chances that you will not be able to walk again, because it's going to be very painful that you will go and spend so much huge money and you are not able to walk. And things like
expensive.
Yes, and it happens.
50 chances that's all.
Yeah, when it comes to the spine, it's a 50-50 chance.
Then I think our teachers need more education on this, because I don't understand why you go to school and you're a teacher. I feel you should be abreast with some of these issues.
Yes.
That you don't just beat a child anyhow at the back.
Oh yes.
I think we society even frowns on that, but I believe authorities need to look
It is
at
still
that
happening in the
basic schools.
I can say basic schools.
Yeah, basic schools.
Whether private or government schools,
basic
public schools,
schools.
it's happening now.
I have actually experienced it before.
You have.
Yes, I have. Like, normally Tuesday morning, that mental.
You get it.
You
That math
definitely-
teacher, science teacher, you will get
definitely.
it.
Maths.
Nice maths.
Maths that is serious, and sometimes you know the answer, but just the fact that the shock, like.
I know my teacher. Okay, hi. So it means that the treatment is very, very expensive, and so we have to take very good care.
Yeah, look, when it comes to the spine, look, from let me just put it, from physiotherapy to orthopedic surgeon and a whole lot, from that category going upward, it is expensive. So if a teacher ends up beating a child at the wrong place, and the child ends up collapsing or ends up having a spinal deformity, it's a lot of money to fix. It's not cheap. It's a lot of money. So there are situations where teachers need to, I don't want to target teachers, but all I want to say is that the teaching world, which comes to teachers, lecturers, everybody, there are certain things of even having common knowledge of how to sit properly.
Yeah.
The wooden chairs, the wooden chairs, the tables, the beating. The beating is very you know, sometimes you see some teachers, they'll just be beating you like a goat.
And even the chair that you are seated on is not even appropriate.
Good.
Those wooden chairs.
That's.
I remember as for the wooden
desk, 3 in 1 desk and 2 in 1
as
desk.
for the wooden chairs, I remember very well that after I was sit for, I remember what was it called, 2 hours of science, or 2 hours of maths. By the time you hear the bell cling, 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 I just want to get you feel your butt is hurting because of the hard surface, and you end up asking why. You're like, oh me, I'm young, it's okay. That kind of that's what everybody will say. But later, as you grow up and you're getting into the real world, adulthood, these things really affect you in a long run.
Dr. Sawi, so if someone is facing serious challenges with their spine, how can they find you on social media, your location, and how they can also book you as well?
Okay, so social media, so TikTok and Instagram is Physio and CrossFit. Physio and CrossFit. Then my booking number is 020-584-1318.
Please take your time, man. I want to write it. So take your time and mention it for them.
020-584-1318.
Okay. Can you say that in G?
No. no.
No. Social media account China yanko.
Hey. No, I can't.
No, but
social media is like
you're
come on now. Person who me on Facebook this send me the
next time.
So we have some birthdays, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you take it.
Okay. So today is Sammy's birthday. It's MCL guy. Charlie, Sammy, big ups to you, bro.
Top
big ups
man.
to you, bro. This
MCL.
one there, we no feel read any grammar because we know you.
God
bro,
bless you.
God bless you. He's an MCL guy.
God
Top
bless
guy,
you.
Charlie.
He can worry almost every individual here.
I love this guy.
I mean,
positive guy, man.
And when he's not around, you feel his absence.
Yeah, Sammy is not around. We are feeling his absence already.
Yes, happy birthday
bro.
from us here at HSTV. We say we love you. You're a very extraordinary guy. Keep doing the good work. Keep worrying us. No, but not me though.
Yes. If you keep worrying you.
No, not at all. Thank you so much for always loving some of us and also, being a good brother and a good friend to most of us here.
Sammy, God richly bless you. You know I love you, eh? Every morning when I come, the way I give him pressure. Brother Sammy. You know, anytime I come in the morning at dawn, Sammy, I'll be like, Sammy, do this for me. I'll do that for me. Oh, Charlie, bless up to you.
Unfortunately, he lost his start as well. Condolences to you. But then let's just chill. Today is your day, and may God increase you. And more money this year. That's what we've been all praying for. More money. Yeah.
So the next birthday goes to Kendrick Owusu Efriye. This is coming from Owusu Efriye, headmaster of Delta Academy. He says that, happy birthday to my amazing son. You filled our lives with so much joy, laughter, and love over the past years. God richly bless your new age. This is coming from Owusu Efriye to Kendrick Owusu Efriye. Yes, so this is how we end the morning show, the Thursday edition of the Healthy Morning with me, Shadrach, and Savara Aiden.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. And we've had so many interesting conversation, and also we heard a lot about our very own Dr. Elvis Asari right here. He said a lot. He even spoke tree, and some way somehow we got to find out one or two about him. Well, yes, today has been exclusive and very interesting to us all. Join us tomorrow morning for more informative and also educative morning show right here at HSTV. Once again, my name is Savara Aiden, and of course, enjoy the rest of our programs. Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Challenge.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Can we do it together? You don't feel that vibe. Energy, energy. You don't feel that vibe.